Hey hoteliers, ever feel bogged down by the intricacies of your financial statements? If so, you are not alone. Today, we're diving into the crucial yet often misunderstood world of the hotel chart of accounts, and specifically, exactly how detailed should you make it? First, let's touch on standard guidelines. The Uniform System of Accounts for the lodging industry already has explicit guidelines for a hotel chart of accounts, and those are pretty detailed, especially compared to many other similar industries. Still though, we constantly come across hotel teams that are tempted to add even more accounts to their USALI chart of accounts. We're going to talk about some of those scenarios and when more accounts might not be helpful. The uniform system allows for removing unnecessary accounts, but it actually cautions you from adding additional accounts. And even if you do, you still have to roll them up into standard USALI categories so that they can be compared to other hotels. Still though, different hotels have different needs, and sometimes they do require unique accounts or even new departments. We've seen many examples of accounts being added without forethought though, and causing serious problems with the financial statements. One big pitfall is having too many balance sheet accounts without the proper documentation. Often, new accounts get added without a clear purpose, leading to cluttered and confusing balance sheets. Ensure that every balance sheet account has a backup schedule and is reconciled monthly. For instance, inventory accounts. While it might seem useful to categorize every type of inventory separately, like dairy, poultry, or seafood, this can become a logistical nightmare. Assess whether your team can realistically manage and track these inventories. Practicality is key here. After all, the account is only a numerical representation of what is happening operationally. If you don't have a separate supply closet for each outlet, you don't need an inventory account for it. If the person coding your invoices can't split it out into enough detail, or it isn't worth their time to do so, you don't need 10 detailed inventory accounts. Now let's talk about departments. Adding too many can overcomplicate your financial statements. For instance, wanting each food outlet to be its own department can seem reasonable at first, or maybe even necessary. But it can actually lead to a convoluted chart of accounts and detailed financial statements that aren't fully utilized. Make sure the information you want is something your team can actually track and use effectively. For example, does the revenue information in your PMS system, think Opera or Fosse, come in the amount of detail that you want in your chart of accounts? If not, those departments and accounts won't be used. And what about payroll? Do your payroll reports split out each role by outlet? Maybe, maybe not. You'll want to make sure it can be done before creating excessive accounts. And last but not least, can whoever codes your invoices keep track of the detailed breakdown you desire? We once had a client request his expenses be detailed down to an account just for toilet paper. His desire to track his financials was great, but it just wasn't practical for his team to code every item of an invoice to a separate GL code. In this instance, he insisted and we created the accounts. It was an excessive burden for the operations team to budget in such detail. And then in practice, the accounts weren't used consistently, making the financial statements less helpful than they could have been. And please, please don't let just anyone on the team add accounts on the fly throughout the year. Overall, if you keep practicality and usefulness as your North Star, you will be just fine. Then when you do make changes, proper training and preparation with your team will be crucial to making them valuable. If you found this video helpful, follow us for more tips on building your team and improving your financial statements. And if you'd like more than tips, you'd like an actual trusted team of industry experts to produce your hotel financial statements monthly, we're here for you. You can simply outsource the monthly financial process to us so you can focus on the parts of the hotel business that you love. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day.